Good morning and welcome to our Sunday morning service. To everyone here in person and watching online, and well, now or later in the week. I now invite each and every one of you to post on Facebook that you're here this morning and you're having a wonderful time soon. And then when you get done posting on our Facebook page, please quiet your phone, okay? Now let us sing along together to Amazing Things. energy in the room just changed.
Yeah.
Feels good. You will do amazing things. So what? So welcome again to our Unity of Buffalo Sunday morning celebration service. My name is John Michaels, and it is my pleasure to serve as your platform partner today. I also serve as the board vice president and as a prayer chaplain and a trainer for the prayer chaplain program. That gets me a potluck dinner. That's good. Let us begin with an opening prayer. Sweet and loving Spirit, we are so grateful for your presence within us. We are so great that the love that you show us. We are so grateful for the love that you show us. We know that we are never alone. Your presence is always with us. And because you are all in all as all, we are a part of you. We are part of your very essence. And as children of God, your children, we know it is our life's work to show love, to be love, to give love, to have love. So on this wonderful Sunday, it's important to allow this love to be part of your very essence, moving through you, moving up, around, and in you and out, your eyes, your body, your mind, and your mouth. Love your neighbor. Love yourself. Give love. Thank you, God, for this blessing and these blessings. Amen. Amen. Please join me in affirming our invocation. There is only one presence and one power, living as the universe and as me, God the good, omnipotent. Now our Unity of Buffalo blessing. Let's affirm these truth statements. And let's start with our vision. Our vision is what we'd like to see in the world. A world of love, peace, and abundance for all. Let's repeat that, please. Our vision, a world of love, peace, and abundance for all. What a wonderful vision that is. Our mission, this is how we're going to move along and accomplish it. By practicing the presence of God through prayer, education, service, creativity, and community. And the ways that we are going to achieve this, the behaviors we're going to adopt, the values that we believe in are loving, spiritually centered, inclusive, respectful, and compassionate. Now, you know that what we need to do is we need to do our spiritual calisthenics this morning. And I know we went right through those core values, but I think we should repeat them with some movement. So, our core values, can we go back to those, please? Oh, like I said, there they are. Loving. Tap your heart. Inclusive. Open your eyes, arms wide, and include all. Really wide. You can feel that. respectful namaste, and compassionate from your hearts, extend forward out to the world and say, I am here to be of service.
I am here to be of service.
Now that wasn't so hard, was it? No. Today our daily word is power, and our reader today is Karen May. Karen, would you kindly come forward?
We are amazing, aren't we? My thoughts and words reflect my divine inheritance.
Talk into the mic. Yeah, you got it. There we go. Oops.
I didn't break it.
I know.
When I listen to my inner conversation and reoccurring thoughts,
Talk into the mic.
I may hear fear-based, limiting talk, or I may hear positive words encouraging me to live joyfully and confidently. The choice is mine. Through my divine gift of power, I take command of my thoughts and my life. I realize thoughts of powerlessness, and as I do, my negative self-talk diminishes. I affirm my divine inheritance of faith, wisdom, understanding, and strength with my thoughts, words, and actions. The power to live a full life is mine. I embrace insights I've gained through experience. I own my mistakes without shame or embarrassment. I am eager to learn. I am willing to try new things and stretch myself. In power, I thrive. Death and life are in the power of the tongue, and those who love it will eat its fruits. Proverbs 18:21. And we can repeat together.
My thoughts and words reflect my divine inheritance.
Thank you.
Thank you, Karen.
You're welcome.
You ever thought about that? My thoughts and words reflect my divine inheritance? What are you thinking?
Creator.
Pardon me?
As a creator.
Yes, as a co-creator. Right? So now we get to the point of the service where we get a lesson from somebody that kind of knows what she's talking about. Our wonderful Reverend Mary. And she's going to begin our series of lessons based on the book the Spirit Groups are studying, What If It All Goes Right? Sounds fascinating. Reverend Mary?
Okay, thank you, John. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. So, well, I was thinking we had such a great day yesterday. You know, the Spirit Group program, thank you, Lonnie and Millie, for your leadership. And we really, I thought, got off to a great start with this series. And then Annabelle led us in a sound and mantra workshop, the second one that she's done here in January. And so I just thought, maybe in honor of that, maybe you can help me. Why don't we begin this part of our service by chanting Om 3 times? Maybe you can help me with that. feel the resonance in the room. So thank you for sharing your practice with me, for beginning this part of our service with sacred intention. Silence is powerful. It's really good. So I appreciated yesterday many things, but that Lonnie and Millie reminded us what the Spirit Groups program is all about, beginning with the foundation, that it's much more than just a book study, that it's a spiritual practice, that it's a program that's designed to really perfectly support our mission, our ministry, many ministries around the country that have Spirit Group programs. And it's based on this idea of 5 C's. Communion is about our connection with the divine. And the affirmation for that is, I celebrate my oneness with the divine. We can say that together. I celebrate my oneness with the divine. And connection is connecting with others. And I celebrate the divine in you, that we practice seeing that in each other through Spirit Groups. So we could say, I celebrate the divine in you. And compassion is saying that, we know that we all kind of go through challenges sometimes, or there are challenges in the world, but that we can practice seeing the Christ, the divine, in all of its distressing disguises, stuff that comes up. And so we can say, I see the Christ in all of its distressing disguises. Together, I see the Christ in all of its distressing disguises. And community just reminds us that we're part of something much greater, and so we want to contribute and give back. That I put my faith in action through service to the wider community. And that's an important part of Spirit Groups, is not just turning in, but turning out too. So we can affirm, I put my faith in action through service to the wider community. And the last one, challenge, is just about always reminding ourselves that we want to keep growing and learning, and to ask, what's my next step? What's my growing edge? Where do I want to stretch or give myself a little more focus, a little more attention? So that's sort of the overview of the Spirit Groups. And they do that every week, actually, when they meet in this group as a whole. But those are good ideas to live by. And I was thinking about, there's kind of a buzz when you start something new, a new book, a new study, a new class, kind of like going back to school. And it reminded me of a story about a woman that was homeschooling her children. And her friends noticed after a while that she was talking to herself a lot. And somebody said, I wonder if she's getting a little crazy or something. And I said, no, I think she's having a parent-teacher conference. So I thought, well, maybe there's a parent-teacher in all of us, and it's always guiding us to our next learning experience. And for us now, as a spiritual community, our next learning experience is this book. What if it all goes right? Creating a world of peace and prosperity and possibility for all. And, Mindy's been around for a while, been around the block for a while. She created the Spirit Groups program. She developed this idea of what if up many years ago, and we had a group here at church for a while. Judy and Tiffany were doing a what if up group. And So, and she's connected with Joe Vitale, who's pretty well known, has written a lot of books, and so he wrote the introduction for her book, and he starts out saying, what if this is the best book you read this month? What if this is the best book you read this year? What if this is the best book you've ever read in your entire life? What if whatever it is, wherever you are in your life right now, this is just the right thing that's going to push you forward, move through your blocks? What if I'm right? What if we're right about this? What if Joe Vitale's right about this? So today I want to kind of give a little bit of an overview and an introduction, and some of that happens in the spirit groups, but the part that I get to do, that I get to love, is also connecting this with our unity teachings, our unity ideas. And I thought, oh, how perfect it is that the daily word today is about power. That, you know, that for some of us that might be a little bit new to unity. In unity, our co-founder, Charles Fillmore, I'd say spiritually discerned that there are these qualities that we all have within us, spiritual qualities. And to me, I think they're like facets of a crystal. And their faith and love and wisdom and understanding and zeal and release and imagination. And the idea is that as we focus on, and well, one is the idea is that we all have these qualities within us, just as we have the divine essence within us, but sometimes we forget or we don't draw upon them enough. And so as we cultivate those and as we raise our awareness that, I have that quality of faith and strength and love, that it helps us to really awaken and fully express the fullness of who we are. And so power is one of those qualities within us. You know, it's the power to build a focus or concentrate or take action. And there's a unity minister, Paul Hasselbeck, who's written a lot of books and has been teaching for a long time, and I kind of like the fact that he suggests that we could also use the word dominion to describe this power instead of power. Sometimes I think the word power, we've all experienced sometimes where power has been misused. It's been power over other people or power to control things. It's kind of got some connotations. And you know, what we're talking about here is the spiritual power, the power to choose our thoughts and our words and our actions. And so we could say really that we have dominion over our thoughts and our words. So I want to today make the connection between two of our spiritual powers, power or dominion and imagination, and this book, what she's talking about. So the daily word, though, you know, starts out asking us a really important question. You know, as Karen read, it said, when I listen to my inner conversation and recurring thoughts, you know, I just thought, wow, what if there was a megaphone on your head and everybody could hear every thought that was going through your mind? You know, you'd hear a lot of different stuff, you know, and you know, you could, is some of it fear-based or limited self-talk, or some of it positive, encouraging things that you will do amazing things. And probably for most of us, it's all of that, you know, a lot of various things. But this spiritual quality of dominion reminds us that we have the power to direct those inner conversations. And when stuff comes up that's not so helpful, we can say, okay, thank you for sharing. You know, I'm going to let you go because I want to choose this thought instead. And I think that this spiritual quality of power or dominion, that it also gives us the power to name things, that we can name our experience. We can name good or bad. And you know, and I just kind of have to share this because I'm so excited. I got a text message from Ingrid yesterday, and her daughter had a baby. And so she's a grandmother for the second time, and they have named the little child Amari, you know. and you know how sacred and special that is, the naming of a child. But you know, we have the power to name our experience. And I'm thinking about Noah, you know, the story of Noah's Ark, and he's going to gather up all these animals and bring them onto the ark, and you know, 2 by 2 they're coming, and he's bringing them on board. And then as they climb the gangplank, there's this one that's really, you know, very strange looking and different. He says, that one is a hippopotamus. And his wife was standing there, and she was, Noah, with this, what in the world made you think to name that one a strange name? Hippopotamus, what's that? And Noah just said, well, he's the only one that's come along so far that looked like a hippopotamus. But we all have that power to name the animals in our lives, the strange, funny looking things that show up. And so Mindy talks about this in our book. In the book, you know, these first few chapters, she's kind of laying the foundation for things. And she talks about what she calls the creative cycle. But, you know, we talk about, you know, she did it as a big circle, a picture, but, you know, that this is how we create our experience, or how we name things, you know, is that, you know, and it's always in motion, whether you're aware of it or not, that, you know, that we have a thought, and then the thought elicits a feeling, you know, and then the feeling maybe inspires some kind of action, or not, or words, or we do something, or we avoid somebody, or we say something, or we, you know, and then that action creates our reality, our experience. And then we look at it again, and then we have a thought, and then we have a feeling, and then we have another action or words or something, and we tend to go in this cycle over and over again. And it can be a way of saying, okay, well, look at this, you know, that proves just what I thought, you know, that this person is this way, or this life is tough, or it's really hard to start something new, or at my age, nobody, you know, it's too late to go back to school. Whatever your thought is, your feeling, your action, and it creates this cycle. And this cycle just kind of perpetuates itself, and we keep sort of digging ourselves into a hole. So we need something that will help us to break that cycle, to get up out of the circle of the same, kind of repeating the same thing. And so what this book offers, what Mindy offers, is that she says there are 2 words that have great power. And those 2 words put together have the power to create or to destroy. And the 2 words are, what if? What if? What if? Asking, and we can ask, what if up, or we can ask, what if down? What if it all goes right? What if this is the best thing that happened to me? What if something good's going to come out of this? What if this is going to take me someplace I wouldn't have gone before? What if somebody's criticism of me is really just their way of wanting me to come up higher, to be the best person I can be? Whereas the what if downing would be, oh, what if? You know, what if this is the beginning of the end? You know, what if things are falling apart? What if, you know, what if we're just about to lose everything? What if, you know, what this just proves that this person is not a good person? And we can go on a negative spiral too. But that, you know, when you ask the what if up questions, you know, it raises the energy. You know, we experienced it, you know, a little bit yesterday, and we experienced it before. That it's a way of, wow, it opens up possibilities, it inspires creative thinking, helps us connect with infinite possibilities. It helps us tap into our imagination, which is really not just our imagination. The imagination is the realm of the divine. It's the nature of God. It's infinite ideas. And so, I heard Mindy talk one time, the author of the book, and she said, somebody said to her one time, "Oh, Mindy, how can you be so positive?" It's like you have your head in the sand or something. What is all this positive stuff? And she said, well, the truth was, she was raised as a worrier. She got that in her family. She can look around and see all the things in the world, but there's a side of her that can be pessimistic sometimes. But what she's found is that we need a tool. We need something that helps us to get up out of the worry and anxiety, to see it in a new way. And as I thought about it, I think this was Jesus, what he said when he said, be in the world but not of the world. That we can see there are problems, there are challenges, there are distressing circumstances, but we can be in the world but not of it. That he was, I'd say, a what-if-upper before they even thought there were, that he said, I came that you might have life and have it more abundantly. And I like that idea that yesterday Lonnie played a little video from Eckhart Tolle, and he said, well, if abundance was about getting more stuff, then we'd probably should all be hanging out at the shopping malls. That would be the kingdom of heaven. But really, abundant living, I think, means an abundance of meaning and purpose. It means feeling like you've got some places to make contribution. It means having your basic needs met enough that you're freed up to give your gifts and talents and to live with joy and ease and feel like you're safe in the world. So this book is about shifting our focus. And Mindy shares this example when she was in driver's ed and she was 15 years old, and the first time she had to get on the interstate. She was in the Dallas-Fort Worth area and the traffic's pretty intense there. And her first time with the driver's ed teacher sitting next to her in the car, and she had to ease into the lane. She was like really focused, and pretty scared. And the driver's ed person just said, take a deep breath. You're really focused on staying within the lanes and, slow down, speed up. Everybody's zipping around you. He gave her one piece of advice that she said has always stayed with her. He said, shift your focus. Instead of just focusing on those two lanes, just lift up your mind a little bit and focus, lift your vision, look a little further ahead, and focus on those highway signs down the road. And she was like, oh God, I don't know if I can do this. But she took a deep breath, and as soon as she lifted her vision a little bit and saw a little further, wow, she just kind of relaxed a little bit. And that shift in focus made all the difference in her just feeling a little more confident. And she learned to drive on an interstate. So Mindy says this book is for people who are ready to shift their focus. If you're not ready, then maybe this book isn't for you, but that's what this whole process is about, is shifting our focus. And I heard her talk say that there really are three reasons why this process is so powerful. It's a portal of possibility, it's a catalyst for change, and it's an incubator for ideas. So, portal of possibility. It's a tool for accessing our imagination. You know, what did Einstein say? Einstein said that imagination is more important, far more important than knowledge. You know, he said knowledge is only limited by what we know and understand and what you can look at and see and measure. Whereas imagination embraces the entire world. It's all that there ever will be to know, all that we can ever understand. So, wow, we want to tap into imagination when we're trying to create something new or understand or bring a positive change to the world. It's like if we just stick to the facts and the knowledge, we're just going to keep recreating that cycle. But if we can tap into our imagination, wow. So we want to think about, when you say something like, I am prosperous, I'm a good singer, I love to make music. That's a statement of possibility. But when we add to it, comma, but I'm prosperous, but I only have this much in my checking account right now, or I don't see how that's going to happen, or then we're living in the old story instead of the new story. That whatever follows when we add comma, but, or comma, and, ... that's the old story that keeps us from living into our greater new story. You know, I was thinking about, I had my own kind of shift the focus experience. I remember years ago, my friend Tom and I used to love to go for walks, and we were walking along the beach. It was over in Michigan or something. And I don't know, my natural tendency was just to kind of be looking right in front of me, maybe 2 or 3 feet ahead or looking down at my feet. And Tom said, look, find the furthest point on the horizon, as far ahead as you can see. You put your gaze there and then walk. And it was a shift in focus. It was it totally changed my experience. Suddenly I had this sense of expansiveness. I was more aware of everything around me, and I think at the time we were talking about something that was going on in our lives, and I felt like the whole conversation shifted. It wasn't just about, well, I'll take one step and then I'll take one more step and I can only see how it's going to work out. But suddenly it was like, it felt like, there were unlimited possibilities. Well, it really was a what if up experience. Well, what if I did, what if I let go of my attachment? What if it just that act of looking further ahead broadened everything. So pretty soon we can almost be like, if we practice this kind of thing, we can become like Alice in Wonderland. And I love this quote about her, that the Queen said one time, well, there's no use trying. You can't believe in impossible things. And of course, what did Alice say? She just laughed. She said, well, when I was younger, I always did it every day for half an hour before breakfast. I would have believed in at least 6 impossible things every day. So it's like, what did you have for breakfast this morning? What were you thinking before you ate your breakfast? So this process works because it's a portal into the possibilities, because it's a catalyst for change. That, nothing changes unless we can open up the possibilities. And I remember a story I heard years ago about a woman that was at the airport. She had this big, heavy suitcase, and she brought it up to check her bag and put it on that scale thing. And the man says, well, ma'am, your bag's 20 pounds overweight, so we're going to have to charge you extra for this. And she gave her, and she said, well, what else is possible? And he just looked at her. What's wrong? He said, you don't understand. It's overweight. You're going to have to pay him an extra $100. And she said, what else is possible? And he went and got the supervisor. The supervisor came back, and the supervisor looked at the numbers on the scale. He said, man, your bag is 20 pounds overweight. You're going to have to pay additional. And she said, well, what else is possible? She just looked at her and he just put a tag on the bag and grabbed it and put it back there. Didn't charge her. So, you know, when you keep asking the right question enough times, you get a different answer. So what if it's a portal for possibility, it's a catalyst for change, it's an incubator for ideas. You know, that it's like when we do this in a small group and we brainstorm these things, it's sort of like creating a safe place. You know, a controlled environment where, what is an incubator anyway? Maybe that's where this little grandbaby is right now. It's a safe little place where a premature infant can begin to develop until it's ready to go out into the world. And our ideas need something like that, to not be squashed by, well, that's not realistic, but they need to be nurtured. And I always like this. Charles Fillmore said, our co-founder, he said, it is your mission to express all that you can imagine God to be. It is your mission to express all that you can imagine God to be. Let this be your standard of achievement and never lower it. If you can imagine it's possible for God, it's possible for you. So I feel like that's what this process, that's what this book, that's what our spirit groups are inviting us into. And Mindy says that what if, through the capacity of our imagination, we have the capacity to solve every problem in the world by taking inspired action, the power of prayer. What if the peace, the prosperity, the possibility that we have the capacity to access that? So that's what I felt we're going to be learning over the next 8 weeks. And we could go back to our daily word affirmation, and my thoughts and words reflect my divine inheritance. We could say, through the principle of power and dominion, I take command of my thoughts and feelings and my life. Through the principle of power or dominion, I take command of my thoughts and feelings. And the daily word tells us how to get there. There were several things that Carolyn read. It says, one, embrace the insights that you've gained. Embrace your insights. Own your mistakes without shame or embarrassment. I'm eager to learn. Be willing to try new things, to stretch. And those are the things that I think are being called for. So Mindy has created this thing. She's been doing this for several years now, and she's created a What If Up Club and nonprofit organization. But I kind of think just by our being part of this study that we are part of the What If Up Club. We're joining the club. And so she invites us to be ambassadors for possibility in the world. So I just invite you to join us, to be an ambassador for possibility, that whatever comes up in your life, in the world, to be aware of what if something good's going to come out of this? What if this is the best thing that happened? What if this is an opportunity to do something different, to embrace a new insight, to stretch, to own my mistakes and clean up the mess maybe? What if this is the world's way of saying, it's calling me to be the highest and best person that I can be? So you ready to join the club? What if up? Okay, so we'll take this now into our time of meditation, and we're going to use the song that we've been using the last couple of weeks, I Have Faith, as a lead-in. And Karen, you could go ahead and dim the lights. So let us gently close your eyes if you haven't already. And just follow your breath. I invite you to just gently be aware of your breath and how natural and easy it is that it just flows in and out. There is a great and mighty power within us that is bringing balance to everything in our lives and in our being. And that balance of the breath is one part of it. So I invite you to fill your heart a little deeper and then send the breath out as far as it can go. And imagine it's like the waves in the ocean, and extends all the way as far as you can go, as far as you can see. And when it's ready, it naturally comes back in. And then it goes out again. And And this breath reminds us of the spiritual qualities that we have within us. Faith and hope. Love and dominion. Imagination. And so we take a few moments to rest in the silence and connect with the love that is in our heart that guides everything. Guides our thoughts, our feelings, and our actions. All that we can imagine to be true about God is true about us. All that we can imagine is possible for God is possible for us. So I invite you to take a deep breath. And let's affirm together, I am amazing. I am amazing. And I will do amazing things. And I will do amazing things. And now, I'm going to invite Mary Jo to come forward to lead us in our prayers. And we're continuing to hold in prayer in our ministry, Michelle and Millie, Mary, Julie, Bob, Carol Schmidley, Joyce, Christopher, and Mike Kasashi. Mike.
as we continue to breathe and put our hands over our hearts. And feel the love that we are. Feeling that love flow through us with every breath we take. Let that love flow to each and every heart in this world. As we are all one in love and light. And as we let this love express through us the way that it wants to, we allow God to have His way with us. And now we can be, do, and have anything and everything our heart's desires. Because it's all out there waiting for us to receive all of our blessings. Thank you, God. Amen.
Thank you, Mary Jo. And Mary Jo will be available in the Lighthouse Corner for prayer after the service. And now we'll listen to the song Planting Seeds by Daniel.
I've been planting seeds on the ground, watering them with my sweat and tears, scattering them all around. Yes, what I'm supposed to do with my ears. Funny thing is, I may know what I planted and everyone will show. It always seems to be a perfect mystery. Whatever grows will grow, whatever dies will die, whatever works will work, whatever flies will fly, whatever fails will fail, whatever sown will sow. I am planting seeds no more. Sometimes I still like to pretend I know what the harvest will be, but I always find out in the end it was never really up to me. Funny thing, when I just do my work and simply trust, always seems like it's looking out for me. Whatever grows will grow, whatever dies will die, whatever works will work, whatever flies will fly, whatever fails will fail, whatever sower will sow. I am planting seeds no more. I am only one of billions of seeds. When all is said and done, I just do what's mine to do and let it be. Whatever grows will grow, whatever dies will die, whatever works will work, whatever flies will fly, whatever fails will fail, whatever soar will soar. I am planting seeds. Whatever grows will grow, whatever dies will die, whatever works will work, whatever flies will fly, whatever fails will fail, whatever soar will soar. I am planting seeds. Planting seeds. I am planting seeds no more.
And so it is. Plant some seeds. Okay, John.
I sure do like that music, don't you? Especially the pipes. The pipes are kind of neat. Well, we welcome all of our newcomers members today, if we have any in the sacristy with us. Hi.
Hi there.
And your name is?
My name is Judith O'Shea, but you can call me Judy.
Okay, Judy, welcome.
Welcome.
So good to see you this morning.
Thank you very much.
And the greeters are giving you your handout, and if you'd be so kind as to fill out the front sheet, we'll be happy to get back to you. And we'd like to extend our unity blessing to you. We love you, we bless you, we appreciate you, and we behold the Christ in you. God bless. Now it is our time to practice generosity. Our love offering time is an opportunity for each and every one of us to contribute to the vision and mission of our ministry. There are at least 3 ways you can support Unity of Buffalo by giving today and when you are here for in-person services, and also giving online through our website, which has a Donate Now button, and by mailing in a check. All of these you know about, I think. Let's take time now to consider how we would like to practice thoughtful and generous giving from a grateful heart. And now, let us bless our gifts that we provide to Unity of Buffalo by affirming the following affirmation. Divine love, through me, blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. Freely I give, and freely I receive. Thank you, God. Now, prosperity chant. And now let us bless these gifts, please. We bless these gifts and we see them pressed down and shaken together and heaped up and running over and return to every giver. Thank you, God. Amen. And now is the time in our service when we have our transformational opportunities, all the news you can use. Well, we had a wonderful spirit group session start off yesterday. They will be continuing to meet on Saturdays in our Friendship Hall downstairs from noon until 2:15 p.m. for the next 7 weeks. And we had about 20 people, something like that. And it was lively. So it's not too late to join in. There are a list of reading assignments on the back table. And bring some food to share for potluck, if you would be so kind. Now, Annabelle's mantra and sound workshops have also been a wonderful experience. Now, for February and March, the workshops are being offered once a month. on the first Saturday of each month from 2:30 to 4. I'm looking right at you. And that's it, right?
That's it.
Okay.
It's the 4th.
The next workshop is the 4th. Excellent. And then we have this wonderful Buffalo medicine music, which is also returning on Friday, January the 27th at 7 p.m. That's Friday, January 27th at 7. Pardon me?
This Friday.
This Friday. That is an incredible sound and healing experience. Details are on the flyer that is posted on our church bulletin board.
Yeah, the land.
Landing downstairs. And it will be in our weekly email blast. Finally, there is one more potluck that I'd like to let you know about. And it's for somebody named Reverend Mary's 20th anniversary. It'll be on Sunday, February the 5th. 20 years. We kind of like you.
We love her,
You sure do. Now just sign up on the back table to help out and let us know what you will be bringing to share, please. Now we are ready to form our closing circle. So if you would rise and join in a circle. And we will begin by singing "We Are All Friends Here." Hey, you. You got long arms? Long arms? There we go. Hey, Kristen. We are all friends here. There are no strangers once you walk inside the door. We welcome you to linger in this family of love and hold you in our arms the way you are. We are all friends here. There are no strangers once you walk inside the door. We welcome you to linger in this family of love and hold you in our hearts the way you are. Prayer for
protection.
Prayer for protection. Excuse me. The light of God surrounds us. I am light. The love of God enfolds us. I am love. The power of God protects us. I am power. The presence of God watches over